Hey folks, Gwe. The word is indigenous. 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 About a week or so ago, I stumbled across a clip on Right Wing Watch of the falphet Hank Kunneman offering a message to his congregation. There's lots about it that struck me odd. You know, when I was a part of a non-denominational church during times of great teaching, during the call, during the invitation, which was often a part of the service, there'd be somebody playing the piano or playing the organ nice and softly, a gentle music. You know, it's just something in the background to help people absorb what it was that was being offered. In this particular clip, and it was only about a minute, what Kunneman offered was derision and ridicule. See, he went on a rant for about a minute at least about Indigenous Day. He was really, really upset that while he was on vacation, they took his Columbus Day. And he was really, really mad about that. And he refused to say the word indigenous. Now, he played it like he couldn't pronounce it. Indigenous, indigenous, or whatever that happened to be. But nobody in his position should find it terribly difficult to say the word indigenous. And if they couldn't say the word indigenous, to spend a little bit of time practicing saying the word indigenous. No, he did it out of spite. He mispronounced the word because he wanted to rile people up. He wanted to show his disdain for the loss of his Columbus Day. He wanted to show his disdain for this day, Indigenous Day, where in the United States, they would recognize the history, the heritage, the culture of the indigenous people, recognize the colonizer's place in the indigenous timeline. I didn't do a video about it. Until today, I didn't do a video about it. I didn't really have anything to say about it. I mean, it bothered me that he did that, but that's not I'm trying not to make that my thing. It bothered me that he gave this message from the pulpit to this room of Christians, but there was no theological offering to what he was saying. He was not offering us the heart of God. He was not teaching us about God. He was not leading us to God. He was not speaking about God's characteristics or God's nature. There was nothing in this minute clip that brought us closer to our Creator. And so I thought, well, if I get up and start speaking about this, it's just going to be an angry rant. And I don't want to be that guy. I know, sometimes I am. This morning, I opened up a news site and I read an article and watched a video about Donald Trump going off on Mitch McConnell. And I listened to his words. I listened to what he had to say. I read what the article said. But what struck me was how Trump said all of these things. And it occurred to me that I was actually incredibly wrong about Hank Kunneman's rant about Indigenous Day. He was offering us a theological perspective. He was offering us an image of his God. He was offering us the heart of his God. It's just that his God doesn't look like the God. His God isn't the God of Abraham and Isaac and Jacob, the God of Deborah, Ruth and Esther, the God of David, the God of Mary, the God of Jesus. It isn't the God the church, the Christian church, asks us to follow. It was a God of Kunneman's choosing. He was, in that very short clip, telling us exactly who he believes in, who he follows, who he serves. We do the same thing, right? Every person of faith, and by every person of faith, I mean every person, because we all have something we believe in. We all have, maybe it's you believe in a deity. Maybe you believe in many deities. Maybe you believe in God in a very particular manner. Maybe you don't believe in any supernatural or universal power, but you believe in value. You have values and you have ideals and you have principles and philosophies that you follow. Wherever we go, whatever we say, whatever we do, how we act, how we offer ourselves, we are always and continuously sharing our God. We are sharing with the world what we hold sacred, what we hold to be beautiful, what we hold to be a guiding principle in our life. We share with the world, we share with those around us all the time what it is we believe to be sacred. If we offer ourselves in a loving and compassionate and merciful manner, we show the world that we believe in something that calls us to be loving and merciful and compassionate. If we offer vitriol and hatred and derision, we show the world that we follow something that asks us to offer hatred, vitriol, and derision. I don't think there's any exception to this rule. I don't think there's any exception to this rule. A week ago, Kahneman told us who he follows, who he worships. He told us, he shared with us the characteristics and the nature of his God. Wherever we go, whatever we do, however we behave, whoever it is we're around, whenever it is that happens, we are doing the same. So let's be careful. Let's always be aware that we are always ambassadors for that which we hold to be sacred. We are always telling the world, in our words, in our actions, in our deeds, in our inaction, in our silence, what it is we believe in. And let's be intentional, making sure, to the best of our ability, to be offering love and compassion and mercy, to be offering those things that help build this world up, that help encourage this world, that help empower this world, that help make this the world that Jesus knew it could be. May the Lord bless you, may the Lord keep you, may the Lord's face be made to shine upon you and be gracious to you. May the Lord's countenance be lifted up to you. May you always know the peace of being in the Lord's presence. And I pray that when the world sees you, they will know that you believe in love, that you believe in mercy, that you believe in compassion, that you believe in the things that bring light and life to all those you encounter. Amen. Nemultus.